It's showtime. Can't believe the time is here already. Thank Hershey, don't even start. Thank you for coming and welcome everyone. Just one moment, please. I have to, unfortunately, do. Okay. Woo. A day late and $1 short. Thanks for coming, everybody. And thank you for hitting your like button on the way in. Sissy Joanne Stevens, thank you for coming. Unbiased Rachel LLC. Maria Graham, Mike. Thanks, all of you. All of you. What a crazy, hectic day today. It's a cool day in Connecticut. I don't know how the weather is with you guys, but it's a really happy day for me, and I will tell you why in a little while. Hello, Bayou Sugar and Garden. Thank you for coming and welcome. I did get to see part of your replay this morning when you were at the farmers market. Great stuff. I like seeing what other people have in their areas and their farmers market. I'm actually in Connecticut 6B, Yankee Sister Homestead. Thank you for coming. Hola, hermana. You'll be in the bushes listening, of course. You're probably harvesting. I have nothing to talk about in my garden, although the channel name is Garden Quilt and Art Traditions. For those of you who are new, I represent 6 living generations. I've been alive for 8 generations. And one of the generations I wanted to tell you about, Gigi the Crochet Queen. Thank you for coming. Thank all of you. I'd like to thank the moderators for all of the good work that you do, keeping trolls, other things out. By the way, you guys, I do have Nightbot on, and I have keep getting some of those little TROLL people coming in, and they use like almost all symbols, and then they say something in other languages that I don't even know what they're saying, whether it's good or bad. So I just decided to let Nightbot limit the emojis to 3. You can use all the caps you want. Okay. So, as I was saying, for those of you who are new, we cook from scratch, garden to table. I was out in my garden this morning. I have some potatoes left, some ginger, some garlic that I planted late. I'm actually going to let it roll and pick it next year. Next year. Matthew Whittington, thanks for coming back. You hope you get 3,000. I get 3,000 subs by Thanksgiving Day. Thank you. Well, you know what, Matthew? I like having a small channel. I do this because I'm retired, and I would like to share the things that I've learned. I didn't start, well, I did the handcrafts from childhood before I even started first grade. I knew how to knit and crochet and do other things. I was gardening because that's what we did at home. We didn't watch TV or have iPads and iPhones. We cooked, we helped in the kitchen, we did cleaning, gardening, prepping, all of that good stuff. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing all of my life. How many of you How many of you are keeping up with the news? I got an email yesterday, or somebody on IG included me. One of my longtime best friends moved into the building about a month ago. So she's changing her driver's license, all of her ID. Do you guys know the new policy, in case you don't know, to change your address, even for vacation or something? You know how you used to fill out that little card, that form, and mail it to the post office? Well, you still do that, or you can do it online. However, you cannot change it that easily. They send you a QR code, and you take the QR code along with your ID, and you physically go into the post office. Is it a nuisance? Yes. But it keeps scammers and people up to no good from stealing your identity. So if it if anyone that you know is moving or changing addresses, that's the new thing that you have to do. Another thing in the news is like the blockade in the blockade by North Korea, dealing with ships going to and from China, which is where the United States imports a lot of their goods, quite a few. So then the ships coming to the East Coast from there, and this includes everybody on the Eastern Seaboard and other places. We're going to be really short of goods and services this year, even more than normal, no matter what happens with the flu and other things going around. And that's because the ships entering the Panama Canal, which is the shortcut to get from that part of the world in Asia to the East Coast, the ships are only like 40%, 50% loaded, because the weight of the ships can no longer go through the canals to get to the East Coast. So make sure that you're stocking up, make sure that you're canning. I'm getting ready to make some cowgirl candy. I've got all the peppers cut up. No, I didn't do it all myself. I had some help, but they're in the fridge. And I had so many irons in the fire, I just didn't get to it yet. Maybe tomorrow I will do it and show you guys the jarred up things. One of the things that I've been doing today, see if I can pick it up. Ooh, well, is this. It doesn't even have any water in it. You see, you see how big this snake plant is? This is a section of a snake plant. I had two snake plants in pots like this. As Stacy Hands in the Dirt said, all them kids sleeping in one bed. Hey, Cheryl Faulkner, how are you doing? And I gave away 4 pieces of snake plant this big to neighbors. And just before I went live today, which is why I was running around, one of my neighbors called me. I offered her a piece of the snake plant this morning. She said, "No, no, thank you. I have enough." She has a lot of plants. And then, just as I was rushing to get ready to come on here with you guys, she asked me if she could. And she called, and I said, "Can I call you back later?" Then she said, "I was going to ask you if I could have a piece of that plant." So I said, "Oh, come to the door." So I gave her a chunk this big. I gave 3 other people chunks this big. I have 2 chunks this big in the same pot in the window, and I still have some bits and pieces. Hello, Black Guns and Gardens. Hello, Blissful Acres Off Grid. Thank you for coming. Thank you, and welcome aboard the GQUAT Family Reunion Bus, where good friends become family, and family is everything. I'm going to drop the link in a little while and see if anybody wants to come up to ask you, why you subscribed, watched the channel, or became members of the Friends and Family Club. What drew you to the channel, and what can I do that you would like to see and to keep you happy here? So let me go on to the next thing. This Sunday past, I went to visit my mom at the nursing home, and I took Mr. Hershey. He's All the people were hugging him and everything. That was kind of cool because a lot of people don't have their dogs anymore. And there's one lady, I showed a picture of one of her colorings. This is actually a mandala, and she colored it and gave it to me. And I think it's really pretty. Her name is Miss Pat. And on the back, there's an inscription that says, "All you need is love, but a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt either. Charles Schultz." And she signed her name on the back. But, we've been making paper beads lately, and I thought this would be really cool to cut this up in strips and make a paper bead out of it. And that being said, I I started this morning. I have a walk-in closet, and in it I have totes that I like, the one I showed you with the fabric. I pulled this one out because this is the one that I keep my beading in. No, I don't do beading all the time, but I enjoy doing it every once in a while. I love making homemade jewelry, and I pulled this down so that I could show you guys some of the things and get some supplies out. Such a beautiful plant. Thank you, Susan, and thank you for coming. But one of the things about the paper beads is that paper is fairly cheap compared to some of the glass beads, some of the other things. And oh my goodness. So I think I think this is a strand of my real pearls that needed to be strung. They've been in this tote for quite some time, and these are some seed pearls that I think I was working on at some time. Hello, Crafty Leo. This is when I was in my some of my jewelry making phases, and I love pearls, but I hadn't been in this thing for a long time. There are a couple of places that make beads uh, nationwide, and they're kind of expensive. These are glass beads, so I guess I had this in this little container, and colored beads. I just wanted to show you some of the collections of beads. I'm not going to be doing beads because I have so much quilting to do, and fiber art quilting is what I really love. Hey, Miss Shirley, thank you for coming and welcome. There's a place in Connecticut called Beadworks, and you can go and buy the connections and different parts for bracelets. I actually have a bracelet over here that's broken. Then you find the end rings and other things to attach them. Just curiosity. I know you guys probably aren't interested in this part, but this is what you make the earrings out of. Some of the channels that you see, they have these, and there's a bunch in here. I won't take them all out. Oh, I do have one thing I want to tell you. Do you know how you can tell real pearls from fake pearls? Because, oh, I see what's going on. This one, this one is broken. But if you take the pearls and you rub it up against the enamel of your teeth, real pearls, saltwater pearls, have a little scratch on them. And usually when they're strung, they actually have a knot in between them to keep the pearls from rubbing against each other. So these will go tucked back in here until the year I have some extra time. Did I say hi to Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, CC's Texas Garden? Thank you for coming. Yes, Mike, gently against your teeth. I told somebody that one time at a place I used to work, and she walked over to me, and I had some pearls on my neck. Pearls are what I used to wear to work instead of a necktie in my professions, because a lot of times I'd be the only female in the departments that I worked in. I worked as a senior corporate paralegal for many years, then as a consultant for a lot of banks and stuff, and it were mostly male oriented professions. After a couple of years of law school, but you just rub it. But she took them, put them in her mouth, and chomped down on of it. Chipped a little piece off of it too. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. So this little tote has packs of beads that will be strung at some point. But I just wanted to show you guys who would like to make your own jewelry, that it's doable. That it's still G Mama. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. G Mama Grows has a new name, you guys. G Mama grows hard in the garden. And yes, she do, child. She really do. Some of the things that you use to connect beads with, since we're talking about beads, and then we're going to move on to something else. There are like packs of elastic that you can string them with. Hello, Nightbot. What is Nightbot fussing about? Janata McLean. Oh, that's okay, Miss Janata. He just wants only 3 emojis. Just three, just 3 emojis, please. Okay. And I know it's annoying to some of you, but it actually keeps the chat clean and keeps those undesirable uh, people that disrupt them. You can buy fishing line to attach your beads and things with. So, without further ado, we'll move on from the beading because we have so much to do, and there will be a small giveaway at the end. I don't know if I showed you guys this wire that you can also use to string your beads on. Those of you, the ones that have the small holes. Then there are other things that you can use with the paper beads. They have like different kinds of rope. You can use leather. A lot of the guys that wear those like male bracelets with the big beads, like African Dreaming wears some real nice beads. I don't know if they're wood or what, and a bracelet. So this is what a lot of the men beads. Ouch. My rotator cuff is really acting up. I went to see the rheumatologist yesterday, and they check on things, but she's dragging my arm all around. Nope, it's not the shoulder. Don't need a shoulder replacement. Wasn't going to get one anyway, and she thinks it's the rotator cuff. So I'm taking a bunch of tests. Here's some hardware snap tools for making your own stuff. But the good news is that for an old lady who will be 75 in a couple months, my blood pressure was 132 over 74, which is pretty good. I was actually wondering where these were. These are actually little freshwater seed pearls that I had strung on a little necklace. It must have broken at some point because it's in. Oh, I know. It was a bracelet with a silver end, and the silver goes in like this, but I must have, or this, some kind of way. I must have broken it, but I can restring these beads at some point. Crappy internet today. Hope it gets better. Blissful Acres is out in Arizona, off grid, way, way, way out. And when those of you string pearls or small beads. This is, I don't know if you can say it, what a beading needle looks like. It's not too sharp on the end, so it doesn't stab whatever you're doing. So what else is in here? Now that I pulled this out, this is more rope that you can use for tying beads, making things together. Blue Lotus, that's a great blood pressure reading. Thank you. You know what? You guys contribute to that. Part of I do arts and crafts for that's part of my therapy. I just talked about this needle, and guess what I didn't put back in there? Hello, something Sunny from Vietnam. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So I will put the, oh, I see there were a couple of needles in here, different sizes, or maybe the same size, and I didn't see it. So thank you. Thank you for coming. Welcome aboard the GQUAT Traditionzs family reunion bus, where good friends become family and family is everything. Let me tell you what a special day today is. Today is my only grandson's birthday. I almost said how old he was, but I'm learning not to say how old folks are, other than my own self. Okay. And I remember the day that he was born. I was at work in a law firm out in a place called Redlands, California. It's out like halfway between LA and Palm Springs. In fact, it was a boutique law firm that did trust and estate planning. I don't know if you know what charitable remainder trusts are. I was a trust administrator, and the people who are crazy, crazy wealthy, what they do is they take the corpus of their money and invest it, say, give it to Loma Linda University, where they used to do the first heart transplants and things like that. And they give the money to the university, the principal, and they receive the interest for X amount of years. And I was in charge of figuring out how much that interest was, paying the donors and whatnot, drawing up the documents, blah blah blah. But anyway, I was at work and I got the phone call from my son saying that Bakari's mom was on her way to Cedar Sinai. That's like a 75-mile drive from the Inland Empire in California to Cedar Sinai downtown. I mean, Beverly Hills, California, in rush hour. So it took quite some time to get there. And he came, and I've been in love with him ever since, just like my only granddaughter, who is a couple of years older. I've been in love with her since the day she was born. So let me scoot this plant over again, and I will show you some of the things because I have a fabric haul to show you guys. But before I do that, I want to show you one of the things that is useful when you design jewelry, whether it's for yourself, to sell, to gift it. And this is a design tray. It's in centimeters and in inches. And in the middle, you see there's a zero, and you can make a bracelet, whatever size you want. You start in the middle and then go up the edges. I'm just holding it with my fingers so that it doesn't fall off. Then you put the beads around, going around, and you can make them symmetrical. And then the ones you're planning on using, you put in the middle of here, and then you place them around this way. This is actually the cutest bracelet. One of my friends who's a quilter artist, and I taught her how to make bags, fabric bags, and she gave this to me for a gift. Cece said she's never seen this before. I'm not sure what they cost now. This one must be, I don't know, at least 15 years old. At least 15 years old. I've had it a long time. I seldom use it. I actually use just a paper plate. Why a paper plate? Because things aren't clinking and blinking and bouncing off of a a regular ceramic plate. So these are helpful if you like beading and doing a lot of them. If you want to put the earrings, there's a place on each side to match them. That's a nice bracelet. Thank you, Maria Graham. So I never wore it because I didn't fix it. I don't know what happened. This end came loose. It's one of those bracelets where it has this thing and there's a round part here and you drop it in. But I thought this was so pretty. So now I finally found the beading. It wasn't that I was being, my nose itches, that I was being trifling. This tote, I moved, well, I want to say 5 years ago into this apartment and I downsized and everything is like put away in containers and stacks and you have to get them out, figure out what is in which one and other people drop a link to come up. Would you like to who is there anybody who would like to come up today? Put a one in the chat and let me know. Let me know. Would you like to come up, Yankee Sister Homestead? Yankee Sister, who would like to come up and tell why you like Auntie Ellen, why you like the channel, what the channel has brought to you? I will tell you what the channel has brought to me. And I was going to say, and then I got in a loop. There have been days I've had some health issues in the last couple of years, and even just before I started my channel. And I had a couple of surgeries, and there were some days that, oh, Yankee Sister wants to come up. Uh-oh. Are you outside my door? Let me see. Okay. Invite somebody. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to drop the link. So whoever wants to come up, except for that person with copy, and go to the comments and Command V. Oh, you guys, Auntie Ellen's dangerous. So there is the link if anybody would like to come up. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull you up on my phone to see what you guys are doing in the background because you're usually cutting up and I can't see you, especially Yankee's sister. She's leading the parade. She's leading the parade. Make sure you see person wave in the basement. Okay, so I don't see anyone in there yet that I know of. And if anybody else would like to come up, oh, Yankee sister, get ready to get ready to jump on me. But I will keep going because I have something exciting to show you. And my bodyguard, Mike's Chaotic Gardening, is watching. So when I was after I pulled the no before I got the beading tote out, G Mama said, make sure you show your face before you enter the live chat. Yes, because we're not going to have any shenanigans like they did on Mona's channel. So there was some fabric that another tote with fabric, like when I was showing you guys the other day, and I pulled that tote out and I could not have put it in there. Look what I found. All this camo fabric. I love camo fabric. I don't know whether I put it in or somebody else put it in there as a lining for some of the bags. I heard a boop, so Oh, you guys, we have company. Yankee sister and the kids are here. So I will pull you up in just 1 minute, Yankee sister. Yankee sister Homestead. She's there waving, and I see three faces in the background.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Hi, kids. I love
Hello,
you.
everybody. We have something to present. Oh,
Oh, thank
do I have
you.
to turn something down?
Not that I know of. Turn
No?
what down?
Okay. All right. We've got something to say. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and
Okay.
clear.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Auntie.
Thank you. Thank you. These are my kids that are in the car when Yankee sister stops by when she
Yeah,
can come in. And somebody's trying to hide part of his face now that he's in junior high school.
I
He
know.
Oh yes, Auntie knows. Auntie knows.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
just wanted to come up for a brief moment because I'm dehydrating, I'm canning. I was cooking on the grill, but I'm done. But
Well,
I
thank
just wanted to
you.
say that, you know, since I met you, you are one of the most beautiful people. You just have so much history. You share so much. You're just a lovely person. And
Oh,
of
thank you.
course, yeah, I wanted to come and meet you with
Oh, thank
me
you.
and Lorraine T, and I'm glad I did. Um, I was on a devotional this morning
Yes.
on Catherine's Lady Wisdom Speaks, and she spoke of you,
Oh,
of
really?
how
Thank you.
humble you are, how kind you are, and yeah, we just love you. We
You
love you.
guys touched my heart. Thank you very much. Thank you. And
And
don't go far.
okay.
Put your phone on mute. That's why you're getting the echo.
Oh, I don't have my phone on. I don't have my phone on.
Oh,
It's dead anyway. But
oh, you and that phone.
I
Thank
know,
you
I
very
know,
much. I
I know.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Don't go far because we're going to have a small giveaway at
Okay.
the end. At the end. All
Well,
right.
like I said, I'll be in the background.
I don't know how to drop you down. I guess you drop yourself down.
Yeah, I probably will. I probably will.
Okay.
But
Will
I'll
you
be
be
in the
able to?
background listening. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And
Say
thank
bye.
you. Thank you. See you, kids. Love you. Thanks for all
Love
the babies
everybody.
you drop off at our secret place. Thank
Okay.
you.
Let's see if I know how to get down. Okay, please do that.
So, Kim, the educated natural, thank you for coming. And she's speaking to everyone. Everyone. Mike is telling me make sure. Hey Nikki, the everyday life oven OCD is chic. Psalm 146. If I didn't say hello, Gina, yay! You caught the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I bring it every day, Kelly. Thank you. I caught the end of your crocheting live. I think that was yesterday. It's such a long drive where I had to go to the doctor yesterday and back. And I think if there's anybody I haven't spoken to, charge it to my vision, not to my heart. I wouldn't do that. So, Casings 55 says, hello, GQUAT Traditions. So, as you know, after we do the beading, I just wanted to do a follow up since I showed you guys how to make beads. I wanted to show you a follow up of some of the things you use to string them together. We can go do that further, but I don't know, I don't think any of you, I for sure don't have enough of my own homemade beads to make anything. Auntie Joanne Stevens, the the photo that I use for today's whatever it is, the thumbnail, those are Auntie Joanne's beads. I didn't make those. She made those since last week. Before the live was over, she was making beads, rolling paper beads. Hello, Nikki. Thank you for the super chat. Congratulations on 1.3 subs. You work so hard. You deserve it. Thank you. Thank you. So sometimes it's really hard. Like I was stuck at like 1,296 for like a month. I think Nikki remembers when I was in Arizona, I was trying to get to 500 and I got stuck like at 470 something for like about 2 months. Thank you, Urban Gardening Chronicles. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to the GQUAT reunion bus where good friends become family and family is everything. Here, I hope that you do what you love and love what you do. I started telling you that you guys are important to me. There have been days, I was telling you about my hip and knee replacement. There have been days and I was supposed to be going to pain management and taking whatever drugs, oxy this, oxy that, but I wouldn't take them. There were some days where I couldn't even walk to the park next door to take Mr. Hershey. I used to have a dog walker who has since passed away. He had cancer. He found out like one day in the middle of the winter and they told him he wouldn't last another year. Guess what? 6 months later, he was gone. We love you, Auntie. Thank you, Gina. Oh, shucks. I love you guys too. And to that point, there were times I could barely make it to the door. I would be in so much pain. I would be grunting and I would sit in the chair in the dining area and wait for him to bring Mr. Bill to bring Hershey back. The dog's name is Mr. Hershey. They can't find him at the dog hospital because there's another dog named Hershey who gets mixed up with Mr. Hershey. So he would hear me like getting up and grunting, but knowing that I promised to make a video at such and such a time or to make somebody's tea or something like that, that gave me the motivation to keep going on days when I didn't know how I was going to make it. So again, and I'm doing really great now like I told you, and you guys mean a lot to me. The the scheduling, the going live on Thursday, having something ready, something on Saturday, that keeps me going and I appreciate you. So, I wanted to show you my little fabric haul. We were talking about making bags and I'm going to make a what do you call it? An overnight bag, a hobo weekender bag. I'm going to make mine out of recycled jeans. The easier way to make it is to get double-sided fabric. Unbiased LLC was talking about how expensive it is, but I always have little bits and pieces. Thank you, Blue Lotus. And when I was looking for the other fabric, I found about 4 or 5 bags, weekender totes that are already half cut out. You will have to sew together. If you make upcycling jeans, you'll need to sew together a piece of fabric that's 22 inches by 44 inches. So you can start working on that if you are, especially if you're cutting out old jeans. I have old jean squares cut out. I haven't sewn them together. But this is a piece, and I bought it because it was purple, but then I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So it ended up in this case. And this is what it looked like on the other side. There will be 4 gigantic pockets on the inside next to the walls to keep it organized. Like if you were going somewhere to spend the night or something, the weekend. And I'll retell a funny story. My friend's mother used to come to the house with her. Her mother was like 95 then, and I taught her mother how to make this weekender hobo bag. But her mother couldn't say hobo bag. She used to call it a hoe bag. So she said, I'm taking my hoe bag when I go out this weekend. So again, you can use it for whatever you want. Those of you who are preppers, this is an excellent, excellent, excellent thing. It'll easily hold 40 or 50 pounds, your pew pew, ammo, whatever you want. Because in addition to this being the front, the back, and padding, the pockets, I actually have some pockets already sewn somewhere, but Crafty Leo's talking about laughing about the name of the bag. Thank you, Laverne Safford. Thank you. Thank you. And so this will be a hobo bag at some point. I just want you to see the variety of pre quilted fabrics. Excuse me, talking so fast, that you can buy. I actually did or did not get the water. Maria Graham told me to bring water, and I thought I did. This is another fabric already cut out and edge stitched, you guys. I cut this one, I see. No, I didn't. I thought, oh, this edge was cut with the pinking shears, I guess. And the other edges are straight. This kind of has a little sparkle in it. I thought it was pretty. One of my friends has one. And then the other side looks like this. You love a hoe bag. Me too. Me too. I ain't got nowhere to go, but I sure would like to have one. Uh-oh. Yankee sister is, I think, wants to come back. Somebody's back. Oh, Rachel. My
Hey,
daughter
Queen.
Rachel. Thank you
Hey.
for coming up. I
I just wanted
appreciate
to
you.
say congratulations, Queen. Keep doing what you're doing because you're going to keep growing and growing. And the reason why I chose to stay on your channel is because you inspire me so much.
Thank
Even
you.
the little things that you show us is absolutely amazing. Like I've never seen it before. You almost remind me of Miss Nancy. You know Miss Nancy, the one that sold like long
Yes.
time, but she just
Yes.
you remind me of her. But just you look like me. That's it.
I do. I do. I
And
do.
so I am just I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that I was able to, I don't know if I found you or you found me, but I'm just so grateful that God invited us to hook up.
Thank you. We found each other, all of you, and that's why I love having a small channel, because we get to know each other intimately. We know what colors we like, we know what foods we like, what's going on in whose garden, and then the chat doesn't go so fast that we can't see it. That I took this out especially for you because you were talking about it, and
Yes.
occasionally it goes on sale. So I know that certain stores blow up your email when they have a sale, but then you go to the store and they take $1 off of fabric that's 19.99 a yard, and then you need, like for this, you need a yard and a half of this to make a bag, and then 2 yards of fabric to make the pockets and the trim.
Right.
And I thought about you. This one is another one when you're looking around. But don't leave, Rachel, because you guys, this one I think I'm gonna make for myself. I like leopard.
Oh, that's pretty.
And then this is the other side. This part is already cut and ready to sew, because what I would do, I make all of the gifts for my family. So like I can't make one, my granddaughter one, because then her two daughters, my great granddaughters, want one. Or I think one time one got one and the other one didn't, and they were borrowing each other's. And then when the new one got, oh, this one's mine. No, keep the one you already beat up. I'm keeping this one that Nana gave me. So, yeah, I wanted you to see some of the different ones. My favorite one is my favorite one that I bought, I don't know how many yards of, is this one,
Oh, that's pretty.
which looks like this on the inside. And
Yeah.
this one, look, it
So
comes in, I don't know if I showed you, in plain.
yeah, so Auntie, with that fabric, you don't need inside. It's already have its own inside.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
And this is one I was actually going to sew live maybe on Saturday, you guys. And this is how you make the weekender hobo bag, your hobo bag, Nikki. And this is what you do with the lining. I will show you guys how to do it. It's a double side. This I didn't have enough of this star fabric, so I made it like this. And what happens is that it's going to go inside. I'll show you. Like this is the inside of the bag, and let me put it down some. You guys don't need to see my face. You know what this facey looks like. So
Beautiful.
this will thank you in my old age. So I'm moving the wrong way. So this would be the pocket, and you would stick your hand down in the part that's folded down. That's different in
Oh,
pockets.
that's cute.
And there would be a seam down the middle. So there'd be two big pockets on this side, two big pockets on the inside. And this you can use on as your carry-on bag on the plane. This is what I usually use and put my purse inside, my medicines, little things that I want, and it holds just as much as a duffel bag. Then you have the the four pockets on the other side. Then there's a way that you sew the bottom, and the plastic needlepoint fabric. Have you guys ever seen it?
No, ma'am.
Oh, I'll take some out for Saturday. It's something that you do needlepoint with, and it's plastic, and it's hard. I have a way. Oh, and like you say, I always tell you so. I'm like, oh. So, Rachel, you know how you do the corners in a bag, and Rachel knows what I mean about those of you who sew and make bags, and you square them up. This is how Auntie Ellen does. You sew them, you cut a little 2.5 inch square out of the corner. And then when you sew these, you match these up. You can see just me holding it. And it's flat on the bottom, and you don't have to sew across that big triangle to at the bottom to make it flat. And then in between where the pocket fits on here, you stick the plastic, and it's hard. And pockets, we have a family tradition. When we give somebody a purse, a bag, there's always $1 in it. You'll never be broke. You'll never be broke.
So
So you
your
want to?
hobo bag is that big?
Yes,
Wow.
yes, yes.
Okay, so I must have
Uncle
been trying to make
Roscoe,
the
I,
mini.
I'm sorry.
I said I must have been trying to make a mini hobo bag.
Well, you won't get much. You won't get much hoboing done with that.
I was just staying for an hour. I wasn't spending the night.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, but you remember them joints folk used to rent for an hour?
Yes.
They start with a T, end up with a house. Back in the days. Well, you can spend a 4 or 5 day vacation with this bag.
I see.
You really, really could. Uncle Roscoe, Auntie Joanne's husband, has a duffel bag, and it has the same amount of fabric and circumference. You know the 22-inch duffel bags that you buy or take to the gym? It
Yes.
holds more than that.
Oh wow.
It holds more than that. My mother has one, and she stuffs so much stuff in it, it almost looks like a balloon.
Did
And
you say the dimensions?
I'm sorry.
Did you tell us the dimensions?
Yes, it's 22 inches wide Like, are you going to make yours out of jeans or old fabric? Thick
Probably
fabric?
something, yeah, crazy. You know me.
Because I'm going to show you something crazy. And I've got a whole chair of crazy right here. Do you guys want to see it?
Of course.
So just put together the outside, or what's going to be the shell of your bag, 22 inches by 44 inches,
Oh,
and
okay.
buy 2 yards of cotton fabric that you will be using for these giant pockets.
Okay.
Because we're going to do this live. We're going to do this live.
Saturday?
So I'm sorry.
Is that, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but is it Saturday?
Yes, we'll
Oh,
start Saturday.
okay.
We'll start Saturday because we'll go back to the beading, or like whenever I go live and I have like 10 minutes or something before I jump off. Nikki's not coming on like after this today. So we'll just keep talking and chatting. I can't believe it's 4:50 already because I have a bunch of stuff. G Mama says yes, yes, yes. Maria Graham says yes. And I'm going to show you something that's really exciting. You know how you go to what is it, like the upholstery shops, and they have those little pieces that you throw away? Those are
The
going,
remnants.
I'm sorry, yes.
The remnants.
the the remnants, but more than remnants, the samples. Like
Oh,
you used to get the little square samples, and you just have to. They had like they were in a book. I have sat there and cut them out of a book, those big thick books. But you know what? They used to be free. They don't give them to you free anymore. You have to buy them. But I have a friend that I went to high school with. Do you know when I graduated from high school? Before Jesus was born. I graduated high school 1966, you guys. And this lady went to all through elementary school with me. And when she graduated, she got a job for this interior designer. They used to design for places like Ralph Lauren, other places, the top designers in the world. Well, the interior designer was retiring, and she was getting rid of her extra scraps of fabric. Like, oh, yes,
I'm sorry.
yes, Rachel.
My client is here, so I'm gonna step down,
Oh,
but I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna be in the chat, okay?
Okay, you're
But
going to be slobbering when I show you when I
well,
show you these fabrics. Have
okay,
a good day.
I'm gonna
Thanks
be
for
in the chat.
coming.
Okay, love
Yes,
you. Love you.
love you. Okay, you guys. So my friend called me, and I want you to see. She knows I like animal prints. Look at all of these. Well, let me first show you what a big pile it is, one by one, and you can look at it. All these are like just happen to be Ralph Lauren fabrics, but what I'm going to do is sew these together. You see, and you know we always talk about me liking animal prints. I'll take them one at a time. There's this one, and this is country of origin Italy. It's amber, and this is 100% silk something or other that's woven. Look at that. Look at these, you guys. I want you to see these are upholstery scraps, all different kinds of leopard and cheetah and animal prints just on this ring. I'm going to have to take them apart. Hello, Irritabe Gardens. Thank you for coming. Look at this. All these are Ralph Lauren fabrics, you guys. But all of these, this is one of the top interior designers in the United States. And she just designed for Ralph Lauren. So this was one of the things. It's still on the fabric ring, I guess, that she was working from to show her clients. Well, guess what? Auntie Ellen has them now. And then other fabrics that our hand-me-downs, upholstery samples. And I'm sure that you won't find this many animal prints in one place because this lady put them aside for me. Check this out. They're not neither none of them are big enough to make anything out of. Now you got to go dig in storage to find them. That's why I'm so tired today. I was trying to get the beads out, and then when I saw this tote that said what it had in there, because me, I'm OCD-ish, so I had the name on the end of it. I'll just keep talking and showing you guys what these bits and pieces are. Cheryl Faulkner says that's so nice. And then the thing about these you can fold these instead of making a big tote. And look at this. You can make a handbag to go to the club. Out, you can put this inside your hobo bag to put your dollars in. You could square this up. This would make a cosmetic case. Whoops, they're almost falling off my lap. There's so many. It's like my great grandson. Hello, God's construction. Woo woo! Congratulations, Auntie Ellen. Thank you, thank you. This is a nice piece. It has leopard's animal print in it. This feels like a really, whoa, it's pretty big too. I wouldn't mix this with some of them because this is almost like you can make clothing or a pillow or something. This feels like a very fine linen. It's some kind of a really fine linen. I love scraps and bits and pieces. Here's another piece, and it's really, really thick. Really thick, you guys. This just looks like I'm discovering it with you guys. This just looks like a piece of regular burlap. Remember I don't know, some of you who have been following me know that we've been doing the postcard series, the fabric postcards, and Auntie Bev made me a fabric postcard that had burlap in it. I actually had a little trunk show here in my apartment last night. My goddaughter's in town. She's been in the chat before, and I told you guys she's a professional sommelier, but I don't think I told you, hey, Auntie Bev Jones. And what a sommelier is a wine taster. She's young, but this is her profession. She's in the hospitality industry, but she's a vegan chef, and one of the art groups paid her ticket to come here for an event. And she told this curator about Auntie Ellen, and her mom lives in the building, my goddaughter. So they came down last night. We had a little glass of wine together, and I showed them. They were looking around the walls. They said, "Did you paint that?" Yep. I'm like, I painted almost everything in here is a piece of my art. Oh, I'm gonna have to try to make a something. Who is Nightbot fussing with? Oh, Nightbot. I don't know what happened. The sign will be galvanized so the weather shouldn't hurt it so much. So this is a big piece, a sample. You can see it has grommet holes in it already. I just had a landslide off my lap. Okay, Sam, you put it out. The squirrel will eat it. Mike, I don't know if you know slinkies that they used to have on that go down the steps. I've heard that putting slinkies around the pole where the bird feeder is will keep the squirrels out. This is more upholstery fabric samples. I'm getting a good look at it, you guys, too, because some of these will have to be sewn together. Do you want me to keep on going, you guys, or not? You want me to stop? Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to keep showing you these upholstery samples. They're interesting to me. I would have to put a bunch of these together like a carpet bag. Auntie Bev is speaking to everyone. Wow, this one's a strange color. I don't know. Maybe it was a white leopard or something. Like the white tigers and stuff, like in the casinos in Las Vegas. This one, I'm not even sure. I thought this was two pieces of fabric. Why is this message here? I thought it was two pieces of fabric, but it's actually the front and the back. A lot of these would be nice in a man cave too. Some of them would make a nice rug. Just curious, what is this? Oh, it's 100% cotton velvet. More animal print. I'm going to go fast. Not too fast because the camera won't catch it. I just remembered. Look, you guys, free samples. Free, free, free. Hey, GT Jr. grows at Alaska. Thank you for coming, each and every one of you. So, going back to the chat, Auntie Bev Jones, the curator who was with my goddaughter, I was showing them the postcards, and she was really impressed with your handmade card. She looked at the side stitches, the painting, and everything. Free 50. Yes. And I just wanted to tell you that. She saw yours too, Maria Graham, and she loved them. And she was not even aware of that people would still make postcards and put them in the mail. I showed her where yours was even stamped. Okay, we're almost finished, you guys, because half of them are on the floor by my feet. This is a nice big pretty piece. The only thing I worry about though, for using this in a bag, this will be like maybe half of one. You wouldn't want the bag to be heavy before you even put anything in it. All these animal prints. Oh boy. Can you believe that all these were and the reason they gave these to me, the interior designer, the work for the architect, they were going to put these in the trash. The trash. The trash, until my friend gave them to me. Look at this. This is the mother lode. I was going to say this isn't an animal print, but it really is. And this, you should feel this fabric, you guys. This is really nice fabric. You can tell it doesn't have like that starchy stuff on it that they put on it to make it straight. Oh, look at this one, Auntie Bev. Oh, you know what, you guys? Some of these would fit on the postcards. Yeah. I could put some of these on the postcards that I'm making too. Or at least some of the scraps when I use parts of them. This is what I meant about upholstery samples. You see, like on the back of them, where they would use this to put the staple through in those big books. I remember when I was in North Carolina, I don't know where I went, and somebody had these big books that about this size of upholstery fabrics, and I had to go get some of my wrecking construction tools, the things that you use to break open walls and things. I had to use some of those to get those giant construction staples out. Couple more, then we're going to have our giveaway. Oh, so I saw a piece that was linen before. It's like some kind of linen This one is a type of linen, but it really feels nice. This one feels like linen as well. These might make some really nice napkins for the table. Look how big this one is. That's a pretty good size. It would be a little thin for a bag. It would have to have a lining. So, Auntie Bev, I don't know if you were in here, those who came in late. We are going to be making hobo bags, and we're going to be sewing, making it scrappy, DIY. I am upcycling jeans, old jeans, actually pants jeans. I recycled a jean dress. I made postcards out of it. I made handles for some of the bags out of it. This one is really thick. This one's almost like a oh, this one could be used for like a bathroom rug or something. Oh, look at this one. This is one of the linen ones, but like in a black and white, like zebra print. Oh, me likey this one. I don't know, maybe out of all of them, this might be my favorite. Here's another piece like the other one that said might be a white tiger. Maybe sewing the two pieces of these together could be a small carry-on bag. Would silk work? Raw silk, if you're speaking of that, yes, except that raw silk you would definitely need to add a stabilizer, some type of stabilizer too. I know that for those of you who don't know Blissful Acres, she has a 15 head embroidery machine. 15 heads. That means she can sew 15 embroidery colors at one time. At one time. Yes, you could do it. I don't know how durable the silk would be on the outside, Susan. It would surely be pretty, though. It would surely be pretty. This one's a little bit weird. It has like the different tonations, like on a real animal. You see where the tan is like different colors. Okay. This was a happy find today. So these two are weird sizes. If I were going to sew them into a bag, I would like sew these together and I would just keep sewing it until I had a piece that was 22 inches by 44 inches. Hello, David Corey with Crop, D Crop. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So, is there, I will I will drop the link one more time in case anybody wants to come up to say hello. Auntie Ellen's 1.3 Command V 1.3 reunion. So I just dropped the link. Teresa Bailey, I would say no about the reversible go bag unless you wanted the pockets on the outside. I wouldn't want the pockets on the outside because I wouldn't want people sticking their hands in it. Oh, and by the way, another thing with the hobo bags, you can make them with a button for the closure on the top. And I told you to buy a very large button and four small buttons. But I actually like to make my hobo bags with a tie because you can put even more stuff in it. My great grandson's mother can put like two regulation basketballs in one. When he goes to his game, when he has away games, you will come up on Saturday Live, Auntie Ellen. Oh, Maria Graham, thank you. I hope you will have your machine on as well. And one thing I want to show you guys, we're talking about somebody's in. Somebody's in the room, but it says devices not connected. Sissy Joanne Stevens, are you trying to come up? I don't know what's going on. Authenticate it with YouTube. GT Jr. Sissy, something is going on. Keep trying. GT Jr. is up. Joanne Stevens, it says the devices are not connected. Hey, GT Jr. How are
Hey
you?
there, how you doing? How you
Thank
doing,
you.
Miss Ellen Pankey?
Thank you. I'm well. How are you? Are you going to work, from work? Oh my goodness. We got a party backstage.
To
This is
work.
so
What's up
funny.
with your lashes? I wanted to say congratulations to you,
Thank you.
Auntie Ellen Pankey. You've been consistent with your videos, you've been consistent with your lives, and it's been a thrill to watch you as you teach us and have your beautiful conversations without using the word. So
Thank
I
you.
pay attention to that more and more as I do my videos. I actually try to have the words ready more readily now that I've witnessed, and I'm
You're doing
like, wow,
you
that's a
haven't
beautiful. Hmm?
you you haven't said once today.
Because you've been helping me. I've always every time I go back and watch your replay, I listen to I listen to see how many comes out of your mouth, and it makes me conscious that okay, you gotta do if Auntie Ellen, she went to training to do this. She has a plethora of books. Maybe you can at least, make it a habit to find the words. So it's beautiful, and I thank you for sharing that part of your experience. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. You touched my heart. And I remember as a little girl when I used to give speeches or do something as the eldest of six kids. And Sissy Joanne Stevens, keep trying. I don't know what's not working that you can't come up. And but we'll keep trying. Auntie Bev came up, but my mother, when I used to give speeches, my family would always say, "You're the eldest. You go up there and speak for the family. You go up there." And my mother would say, "Don't say don't do this. Don't say Thank you for coming." So Lasha, step back for a minute. Auntie Bev, would you like to say something?
I would like, hi everyone. I would like to say congratulations on 1.3 thousand members. And I'm glad to be counted in that number. And thank you so much for all that you do for all of us.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys, it's like I promise you something, I have to keep my word. So I'll be like, "Hey, almost 75 years old. I don't feel like getting up. Oh, wait a minute. It's almost it's 3 o'clock. I have to get ready for my live. Let me kick this stuff out of the way." This plant didn't get watered because I had to get on time and get over here. Then the dog started barking because I forgot to let him out when the delivery guy came. So thank you. I see Lashes is back. She probably had to do something with the baby.
Thank you. I just want to say congratulations, AuntieEllen, and thank you for everything. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. And everybody in the chat, there's somebody that I haven't seen. So see Joanne Stevens, I don't know what's going on, but or David Corey with crop, I think is trying to come up. Oh, okay. Now I see you. So what did you just do, David? Because Auntie Joanne Stevens was trying to come up and she could. I've never had this many people before. One, two, three. Wait a minute. That's me. I'm five. One, two, three, four. Thank you. Thank you. This is like a
That's okay.
party. Wait until my birthday comes from Arizona. Thank you. So, David Corey, sir, what would you like to say? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any overalls since you're always talking about farmers. But guess what? I got an apron, a homemade apron now. So now, how about this?
See,
Oh, Junior, you didn't see it? I made this jacket from a pair of old jeans. I mean, not this jacket, this apron. And I made it look like overalls. Yes, yes,
see,
yes, y'all. Yes,
yes,
Mr. Corey.
yes, yes, yes. No, I just wanted to congratulate you on your 1,000 for sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
indeed.
I saw
Oh,
your
I
videos here,
apologize.
chicken, and you've been getting lots of rain in Texas.
Yes, indeed. And I apologize, Miss Lashes, sis. And I can't see who else on here, but I know my boy with the TWA. I can see that TWA, but I can't see who else this is in here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, there's GT
Hey, Auntie
Jr.,
Bill, how you doing?
Auntie Beverly,
How you
Lashes
doing?
Journey. Lashes, did you want to say something else? Did we cut you off?
Oh, no, no, no. You're fine. Just wanted to come and say hi. The baby making a lot of noise in the background. So I'll be in the chat. I'm in the
All
bushes.
right. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Hello, bad body, not so fit. Let's go, go, go.
I think Aunt Bev. I think she frozen like the movie.
Oh, I don't.
Hey,
You know
Throw up
what?
the
hey.
P. Throw up the one side if you're okay, Aunt Bev.
No, she froze, partner, because I thought that she was smiling at me, GT.
Eh.
Maybe so.
Yeah, when
Maybe
I came
so.
up, I thought she was just happy to see me, big dog. I was just like, okay.
Bad
But
body
she froze.
says. Bad body says he's doing well. Everyone. G Mom is speaking to Auntie Joanne. Sissy, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened that you can't come up. I know you tried a couple times. What did you
Okay,
do,
I
Dave?
was
Because
frozen.
at first you couldn't come up, and Joanne Stevens was trying to come up, and it was giving the same sound that said devices not connected.
Who, me?
No, Joanne Stevens. Miss Shirley OG's talking about the song Frozen and
I
laughing.
had to go out and come back in, Auntie Ellen. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay because they were singing the song Frozen. Now they were turning up on you, like David Corey was.
So,
You guys are so funny. You guys are too funny. Too
was
funny.
David the ringleader?
Yes,
No, no,
yes.
I was not. Let me tell you, TWA was the one that saw you frozen. He acknowledged it, and when he said it, I said to everybody in the chat and GQuat, I was like, "Oh, I thought she was smiling at me because I came up."
Oh, okay.
That's
And
all
we
I
have
said.
All right.
we
Well,
have another guest. And can I just say hello, Teresa Bailey? Thank you for coming
hi,
and welcome. Teresa
Is that
Bailey
who
lives in
I'm
Maine.
show
She's
dropping.
way up there. And who just came up is Tracy, PIA, Passionately Intrigued Art.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
hi.
We're
Everybody in the
well.
panel in
Thank
the
you for
chat.
coming up. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. How are you, Auntie Ellen?
I'm great. This is a house party. This is
Yeah.
the most people I've ever had in my apartment.
I just want to congratulate you. You know, you are an inspiration, and I love what you do and the wisdom that you give us. Um, we learn a lot from you, and we all
Thank
take it
you.
in. Just believe that.
Thank you. You know,
You're
when you can't see the people that you're talking to, you're just looking at yourself every chat. It's difficult. It's difficult. And you don't know, like you can't look into the person's eyes or see what they're really thinking. Like, are you getting to them? Or like GT Junior just says, what he was talking about, you guys, is I used to belong to a group called Toastmasters, and it was a public speaking group, and they actually had an counter, not just or like I just said or like for a reason. If you say words or like or see what I mean, they would write those down, and I was fortunate that I didn't say a lot of ums or whatever, but I became conscious of not doing it.
I got to work on that too. It's always
Well, I'm glad I was able to share that with you guys. David Corey's what picking? Is that five leaf plant back there or something?
who's up in the top
Is
corner?
that hibiscus or is
That's
that
what I
peppers?
asked.
Hi, Auntie Beth.
Hibiscus, huh?
Hibiscus,
My
I
phone's
think
so little I can't see it. It looks beautiful, whatever it is.
it is.
Yeah.
Save me some seeds, David Corey. Can you hear me, man?
I know that's
Come
right.
back to the light. I want some seeds, man.
I'm gonna
Um,
sit down. I just wanted to come up and congratulate you and let you know you're doing a wonderful job and
Thank you.
you're a great inspiration. Yeah.
Thank you very much. David Corey, they said that you need to mute yours.
Because he's outside.
I have a funny story to tell you. Actually, maybe it's not.
My
But,
mic was muted, y'all.
People,
Sorry.
oh, okay. Well,
I'll be in the chat.
all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So, oh, Casings55 said that's sorrel. Jamaican red sorrel. Miss Shirley. Welcome. Thank you for coming, Miss Shirley. Oh, and you guys, Miss Shirley, what's today? Thursday. Miss Shirley will be on at 7:00. Looks like you all are taking me there. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you. You know it's a
Oh,
hard.
you are as colorful as the fabrics that you show us that makes us happy.
Thank you. You like seeing it? I'm wondering if I'm boring you. That's why I was trying to hurry up. K Renee's Garden. Thank
You
you.
can never do that. You can never do that. Every time you say, "Do you guys want me to keep going?" Who gonna say stop?
That's so funny. That's so
Nobody. We love you. We love you. I can't call you auntie because we're almost the same age. You're my big sister,
It's
and
just
I
a
love
name.
you.
Yes, yes. It's just a name. Because when I first
I
came
know.
on, it was like so many kids, and I don't really look my age, and
No, you don't.
people,
Now you know black don't crack.
yeah, that part. That part. That part. And I couldn't have these kids my great grandkids' age. I'm like, yo, Ellen, and they might get beat up somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, but I just thought, and the way I was raised, yes, it's old fashioned because I have been alive 8 generations, you guys. I knew my
Yeah.
great grandmother on my dad's side, all 4 grandparents, my mom
Yeah. Me
and dad.
too.
I've been around a long time.
That's a
Gardening,
blessing.
gardening in the dirt. Not Auntie Joanne though. She didn't like to get her hands dirty. We'd be out in the yard playing. Auntie Joanne would have a newspaper she'd be sitting on, and her nails. I'm like, I just put a coat of polish over these paws today so I could go live because when I was repotting these plants, I was all digging in it, just patting it down. I said, girl, you're a hot mess. You better go get that nail brush out and put some polish over top of those nubs. Look at this
I
here.
sit here with my file all the time. So when I'm watching you guys shows, I wash my hands and then I'd be sitting there trying to clean the dirt out from underneath my nails.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to start getting ready for mine. I want to eat something before I come on tonight. But
Oh,
I
you
just
want
want
to
to
take
tell
that
you
nap.
that
Stop
you
playing, Miss
deserve
Shirley.
it.
Miss Shirley, stop playing. You need that quick little nap. I take one before I go live. People call me, and I'm about to go in the green room for my live.
Don't tell all my secrets. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good evening. And I'm going to say goodbye. And y'all take care of yourself. And y'all come back now. You hear?
Do what you love and love what you do.
I'm gonna jump up to Auntie Ellen because I have fabrics thrown over my shoulder.
Yes.
Just so that I can come on before you gave up the invitation. So
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
thank you for allowing us to come up and to congratulate you. And again, we really appreciate you.
Thank you. And I appreciate each and every one of you.
All right, thank
Nice to
you.
meet you, Aunt Beverly.
What did somebody say?
Oh, I was telling her nice to meet her, but she
Oh,
had clocked out already. I'm about to
oh,
leave too, Auntie Ellen Panky. I
oh,
have to. I'm at work, so I just wanted to congratulate you on your 1.3. David over there showing out,
I,
showing
u-
all
I, u-
the
I used to do that for a
okra.
living, GT Junior.
What's that?
Work.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Now I
ma'am.
don't do anything I don't want to do. And I promise you, you'll never be bored. David back
Y-
there clowning. What are you doing? Dancing? What was it? It looked like Stone to the Bone back there.
No,
One
ma'am.
of those dancer names.
I'm laughing at you
What
all.
I
I'm
what I
sorry.
appreciate. Sorry.
Go ahead.
What I appreciate is that I was telling one of my friends that I wanted to retire at 55, and they was like, "Man, you can't do that." I said, "Why?"
Yes, you can.
He was telling me something. I was like, "No, man, I want to retire. I want to retire so that I can still do some of the things that I can do at 44." And he was like, "All right, man." I said, I'm gonna position myself." He said, "What you gonna do when you retire?" I said, "I'm a garden."
Same thing I'm
He's
doing
like, "What
now.
you mean?" I said, "That's all I want to do. I want to farm and garden and grow food." But
Exactly.
yeah, yes, that's my objective once I get in the position for that. But yeah, thank you for everything that you shared on your channel.
One last thing. If you have a vision board, write it on there. You've already published it. You put it out in the universe for God's ears.
Yes,
Put it,
ma'am.
put it on a vision board and work towards that. I retired when I was 59. I had to wait until I was
Okay.
62 to get my money. But guess what? I did my little side hustles.
Yeah.
Cane
Yeah.
Corso Italian Mastiffs.
Okay. Okay.
That Nathan. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Uh,
Love you.
all right. You have a good one.
Go to
Love
work.
you too.
Work hard. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Always.
All right. Thank you.
JT, take care of
Thank
yourself,
you.
buddy.
So,
You
David
too, man. I'm
Corey,
serious about that sorrow, man. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna email you, man. That looks good. I seen them uncles you was showing too. I'm gonna holler at you. All right,
Yes, sir.
Miss Ellen,
Take care
thank
of
you.
yourself.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So, I'm going to say this before I pick David Corey. You're right where you wanted to be. You've been wiggling trying to get just you and me all this time, and you finally wriggled it out.
Yeah, yeah. I was glad the rest of them farmers left. I couldn't wait till they left. I was like, man, they sure talking a lot.
Calm down. Calm down. All right. So, you guys, thank you, David. And Casing said, on the same day, well, happy birthday, October 29th. And we're both Scorpios. That means your sister,
Who birthday October 29th?
Casing's 55, said her oldest sister passed and her birthday would be, she said would be. So I assume that she's passed October 29th. Blessings to the heavens, to the heavens. Shoot your
Another score.
shot, David. Mike is cracking up in the background. Okay, you
Hey, Mike.
guys. So we talked about hobo bags. We talked about cowgirl candy, weekender bags. Oh, by the way, when you make these bags for the men for a prepper bag, you make them with a longer handle because most men are taller. And you'll see when I make the bags, you can make them with a shorter handle, like a 24-inch handle, or use the whole length of the fabric when you do it. That's why you need the 2 yards of extra fabric for the pockets. Susan Blissful Acres said her birthday is Halloween. Oh, I'll remember that, Susan. That's when I'm going to plant my hard neck garlic. It looked like it
Another
was
Scorpio.
getting tired of being in the house, so I stuck it in the fridge. Excuse me, sir, Mr. Corey?
Another Scorpio.
Yes, 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 y'all.
If
Okay,
you were here, I would Miss Ellen, Miss GQUAT. Tell me something.
yes,
How do
yes.
you cook? Have you ever had eggplant? Because I've never had eggplant.
Is pig meat pork?
I got me one little flower or two little
Of
flowers on there.
course, of course, I cook eggplant. Of
Okay.
course. And
How do you do that? I don't know.
there are
That's my
several
first.
there are several recipes. You can saute it with other veggies from your garden, green peppers, onions, red bell peppers, jalapenos if you like it. One of the ways I cook it, I slice it and put it in the oven and bake it on a high temperature, and then put cheese and tomato sauce on it like pizza, like little pizza squares. Mike says he's a Scorpio. Mike's chaotic gardening. No wonder we get along. And he likes purple. Hands in the dirt.
Purple,
Hey,
Mike.
welcome,
Purple,
welcome.
purple. I'm sorry. Purple and green and yellow. Those are Scorpio colors.
Oh, I like the green, like in dollars. Yellow, I like the sun to shine. So I guess so. Okay, you guys. So I have to. We're going to have a. It's 5:30. We're going to. Oh, Miss Shirley OG is coming on at 7. I think Sugar. What is Bayou Sugar comes on? I think at 9 o'clock. By the way, you guys, I used to have a store in North Carolina, and I had an ABC license. I sold beer and wines at the store, and most people had farms, so they didn't grow, and they grew acres of veggies. So didn't sell very many of those, but I did sell like some of the hogs that were raised. I had them butchered and the meat processed and whatnot. So I used to have hams. But the point I was going to make is that the name of the store was called The Sugar Shack, SHUGAR, The Sugar Shack. Okay, so we are going to have a raffle. Let me see, there or 30 messages. Wow, or 30 people. I don't know how many are on. Maybe 30 people are. But anyway,
GQuat. I better jump down. I better jump down so them
oh,
farmers don't think they gonna win that raffle. You feel me?
okay,
You feel me?
you got time. You got
Yeah,
time.
yeah, Mama. I'll be back. We're gonna
Okay.
talk. I'll be back.
Okay.
See you soon, and congratulations too.
All right. Thank you, David. And thanks
Love
for
you
your
always,
support. Thank you very much.
always,
Thank
always.
you very much. So, you guys and moderators, you can participate, um, all of you. So, we're going to pick a number. Oh, Bayou, should you not going live anymore? Odom goes live at 9. Okay, everybody. So, Odom goes live at 9. If I'm still awake, I will come on or catch the replay. I haven't had my nap today. I've been up messing around all day long. So we're going to pick a number from 1 to 50. And okay, can one of you put start? Don't put any numbers in until one of the moderators puts the word start in. Can somebody, one of the moderators, put start in the chat? Okay, Mike put in start. Okay, pick a number 1 to 50, 1 through 50. Pick a number, and I will verify it before I say, oh, and the prize is a $5 Cash App. So you will have to, oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop, stop, stop. Somebody already won. Hold on. Okay. Push. Wait a minute. Oh, it's going so fast now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the number is, I can't believe this. The number is, so the first person I see with this number is Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Does anybody else see the number 44 before Mike's Chaotic Gardening? Okay, wait a minute. Mike says pass it to Miss Shirley. Okay, Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley, see if I can get the banner up. Okay. I'm trying to. I can never get this up. Silly banner up. Or maybe I need to modify it. Maybe I did something to it. Anyway, Miss Shirley, it's on my about page, and it's Ellen Pankey at gmail.com. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for coming. Thanks everybody who came up. Sissy Joanne Stevens, I don't know what happened, why you couldn't come up, but Lydia Best Jet Journey is going to help me with StreamYard. Miss Shirley said, Mike, you're going to make me cry. He's so kind, so gentle. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So I will go off and let someone else come up. I'll see you guys live Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to start working on our hobo bags. And we'll go from there. Do what you love what you do. Ego amote. Ego amote. Psalm 46 in mommy. Thank you.